Here rests the oldest known prehistoric mound complex in all of North America. It predates the Egyptian pyramids, is older than Stonehenge, and it's found in the heart of Louisiana. This is the prehistoric site dubbed Watson Break, and it's an oval-shaped earthwork spanning 900 feet across. It stands between 3 and 25 feet tall and is comprised of 11 total mounds connected by ridges. Based on a collection of 25 radiocarbon dates, the beginning of mound construction started in 3500 BCE and completed around 500 years later. Hunter-gatherers did not occupy the mounds year-round, but did have a seasonal presence, subsisting primarily on fish from the local river. Artifacts discovered here included an abundance of fire-cracked rock, indicating evidence of cooking. Stone tools and fired clay objects were also recovered. The clay objects found were spherical and cubed, possibly used in heat retention cooking. The site was leveled in advance of mound construction, suggesting the mound's oval layout was planned, but the mystery of its purpose is still debated among academics.
Southern Illinois, just across the river from modern St. Louis, there's a place that completely changes how you see American history, the Cahokia Mounds. At first glance, it looks like a series of grassy hills, quiet, almost empty. But around the year 1100, this was one of the largest cities in the world. Cahokia was home to an estimated 10,000 to 20,000 people. That made it larger than London at the same time, right here in North America. At its center stands Monk's Mound, rising over 100 feet high and covering more area than the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza. It was built entirely by hand, basket by basket, layer by layer, and it was only part of something much bigger. At its peak, Cahokia had over 100 mounds spread across miles of land. There were massive open plazas for gatherings, neighborhoods arranged with intention, and towering wooden circles aligned with the sun, used to track seasons and time. This was not a scattered settlement, it was a planned city, organized, engineered, alive with movement, trade, and ceremony.
This is Cahokia Mounds, found on the Mississippi River. These mounds are aligned with stars. The center of Cahokia Mounds has a mound called Monk's Mound that is the center of the complex. This complex is aligned with Orion the Hunter in the sky, people. This complex predicts the summer, winter, spring, and autumn equinox right on the Mississippi River at Cahokia Mounds. But let me show you a very interesting artifact that was found there. You see it? Do you see it? There's nothing new under the sun.
Did you know that there are more pyramids in the Americas than there are in Africa? I'm currently standing in front of what is now known as Cahokia Mounds in Collinsville, Illinois, one of history's biggest mysteries.
Geoarchaeological studies of so-called mounds in North America proves that these aren't just piles of dirt. These were carefully engineered.
Cahokia was once one of the biggest cities in the world and home to one of the largest pyramids in so-called North America, known as Monk's Mound, which stands 100 feet tall. It had 4 terraces and covered 17 acres at its base. At its base, this pyramid is bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. A lot of people don't realize that many of the pyramids in the Americas have intentionally been destroyed and manipulated to make them seem like they don't compare in size to the pyramids in Africa.
They want you to think that this is just landscaping and piles of dirt, but I want to point out how easy it is to plant grass. All it takes is preparation and consistent care.
Cahokia grew from a small settlement to a booming city that stood right in the center of Mississippian culture. Cahokia thrived from 700 to 1400. The city reached its peak around the 1100s when it covered over 4,000 acres of land with a population of 10 to 20,000 people. It was spread out over 6 miles and larger than many European cities, including London. It also contained over 120 pyramids that ranged in size and were used for burials, spiritual ceremonies, important public buildings, and homes for the ruling class. Cahokia sits right across from the the Mississippi River, which has striking similarities to the Nile River. The city was named after the Cahokia people who moved into the area during the 17th century, but according to the Oklahoma Historical Society, they are not related to its original inhabitants.
Pyramids are our people's global footprints. This is proof that they can't erase us.
Institutional sources say the city declined because it was abandoned. But critical thinkers know there was a significant amount of pillaging and looting taking place during the 1400s. What